Eyes up here.
All right, so this movie, man, this story, these characters, what they mean to me, what they made me feel. I didn't know what word to use, whether it would be hero, human, greater, better, hope. But I settled on believe. Because this Superman, this story, he makes you believe not only in him or the friends he has or what he stands for, but believe that you can do better, that you can do what is right, time and time again, talking about not only how extraordinary it is to be human, but what that means to us. That story just being on this planet to try and do better, to help us be greater. In the beginning, when he's talking to Lois, he tells her that that is why he is sent here, to do good, to help us be better. He's not coming in to fix us or save us or take over. He's doing what is right, what he believes is the right thing to do, to help us, believe in a better tomorrow with the man of tomorrow. And that's the thing that this character has. He believes not only in what he stands for or what he is doing, but he believes in the people around him. He believes in you and what you mean and who you are, even at the end of the movie, after Lex did everything he did, and Lex is staring at him in such hate. Superman looks at him with this look of sadness because he said in his speech that he
Greatest strength. And someday, I hope, for the sake of the world, you understand that it's yours too.
that thing that makes him so super is being here, being with us, being a part of a belief of trying to do better, to sticking up for what is right. When he is sitting outside with his father and people on TV just show how much they need him, how they call for him, for his help, because they believe in him. They believe in who he is, and it inspires the other people watching to know that just like Superman is there for them, he is there for you. Okay, so I just want to talk about one of my favorite moments from the story that made me feel something. That when I watch it, I get chills or tears or whatever. And I'm not talking about the crazy, flashy moments of him getting out of a black hole with his breath or rising above the rubble of a building for the people he saved. I'm talking about a simple conversation. When Clark and Lois are talking and she's interviewing him, asking him about himself, this is the first time we see Superman fully unprotected about what he does, what he stands for, and Lois isn't holding anything back because of not only that not being in her nature, but because she is asking the important questions, asking what is needed to be asked. That is one of my favorite things about Lois, is that she is always who she is, whether she is talking to a coworker or to Superman, her morals, her beliefs, who she is. It's what makes her such a strong character. It's what makes her so special. And in this argument, it is so beautiful because she is arguing about the future, about long-term consequences, about what could happen next because of what he did and maybe why he shouldn't have done it. And she isn't wrong. She is very much thinking with her head about it, but Clark argues with his heart, with more about why he did it. And he didn't do it for a government or for a political statement. He did it because if he didn't, people were going to die. People would get hurt if he didn't. So they needed him, and he isn't wrong either. He is thinking and arguing with his heart and the care he has just for everyone, for who they are, for what they mean, because of the fact that they are human. This conversation, discussion, argument, talk means so much because they aren't disagreeing. They aren't arguing out of hatred. I don't think either of them are wrong or they are truly mad at the other one. I think they're just talking with different views on a sensitive topic. But when Clark yells this frustration, this anger of
Consequences. People were going to die.
you can feel that weight on his shoulders. You can feel that he is sensing the consequences of his actions, but he still holds highly of what he did, of him doing the right thing, of sticking up for those people, saving their lives because they couldn't do it themselves, because no one else was going to do it. No one else was going to save them. But he did because he believes in them, because it's his job, because his parents sent him to do better, to be better, to try and make us greater by sticking up for the little guy, for being there when times get tough. And he said that's why he does it. But he learns through this movie, he's not wrong in that. He's just wrong in what parents he's doing it for. He's doing it because he was always taught to do good, taught to be good, to save someone even when everyone tells you not to. because that is who he is. The way he looks at you, the way he looks at me with such joy, with such love because of who you are, tells you all you need to know is that he believes in you. He believes in what you can do, whether you're his friend soaring in the sky with him or someone on the ground watching above. He will be there for you to have your city, your town, your home a better place. He will be there for you. He will always be your hero. He will save you even when no one else does, because that is what makes him so super. Real quick, before I get to my random rambling or feeling or whatever, you know what I mean. One of my favorite lines in this movie is when he decides to get arrested and he tells Lois after they have that beautiful conversation on what he stands for or why he does what he does, because he not only enjoys life but sees the best in everyone, the best they can be, and it makes us believe in him because he believes in us. So much that when she asks why, he simply says,
It's a dog.
Yeah, and he's not even a very good one, but he's out there alone, and he's probably scared.
So the idea that he's willing to risk the unknown, willing to risk his freedom for a dog that's not even his, it just shows how much he cares for not only him or us or whatever, but also how much he just cares for life, for living. And then he says, yeah, and he's not even a good one. It makes me smile every time, man. After they embrace in a simple hug that says more than words or a kiss can, it's just the fact that he's just doing it because it's the right thing to do, because it needs to be done, because he cares, because he's a super man. Yes, he is just a guy doing the right thing, being a good man, and that is what makes him so super. All right. So, obviously, this wasn't my introduction to Superman. You know, I've watched a lot of stuff with him in it, not only from the movie from the 70s or the cartoons that I grew up with, watching him punch Darkseid in like such a cool way, or the amazing show called Smallville that you need to watch if you haven't seen it. Um, but just seeing a movie get him so right after we were stuck with this evil Superman time and time again, not only in games or in media or just in stories, comic books, but it's just such a relief to see Superman get looked at again as just a good guy, a good man, just someone nice, you know, someone caring, someone trying to do the right thing, be a good person, because that's what's important, you know? I don't know. I just really like it. I really like the story. It just, like I said, and I couldn't think of a word, you know, special, believe, hope, guidance. I don't know. Superman for me is just a hero. I don't know. It's one of those things that's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words exactly why you like someone. Maybe it's because I did grow up with him, and maybe if I was 22 and seeing him for the first time, I wouldn't really care. But just the idea that he doesn't have to do this, he doesn't have to save us, he doesn't have to be the hero that he is, but he does it because he loves us. It, I love it, and I love him. All right, so obviously I'm making this not only because I just love that movie. I love what it made me feel, what it made me think. I love how many times I saw it in theaters. I loved watching my friends like watch it in the theater, you know. And I know with Supergirl, it's coming out in like less than a week, but it's gonna be actually a month from recording this. And I know if that movie can make just someone feel as much as this movie did, then it's going to be as special as Superman, you know? And I know it's going to be harder because not as many people look at Supergirl the same. they either just don't respect the character as much, or they're upset when she's too much like Superman, or they get upset that she's too different from Superman. But if they can just make the story make you feel anything when you watch it, when you understand it, when you understand her, I'm very excited for what they're going to do with her, you know? And I think if Supergirl is as good, if not even better than Superman, it just means so much for what DC is trying to tell, trying to convey, trying to make you feel, you know? I think it's important because I think what they're trying to focus on is less visual, like, oh my God, do you remember like that moment? And more about, do you remember what it made you feel? I remember people were talking and bragging and loving the fact that they were coming out of that theater for Superman, wanting to be a better person. And so if Supergirl makes you come out of it wanting to view people differently with their trauma, with their aspects, and instead of just judging from a distance, maybe helping from up close, I just think it'll be as special, you know. And I love the fact that she's actually getting, you know, some screen time, something to show for herself compared to like her cousin, because her cousin's gotten a lot of the spotlight. But I'm really excited for it, you know.